Ronald and I love to watch their black and white movies. It's a single epitaph subdivided onto the 2 gravestones.
It's chilly down here.
Not even death made them lose their sense of humor.
Automatic lighting system activated.
What ugly mugs.
Speak for yourself.
Did I just imagine it, or did that head say something?
Nothing at all.
Very good. For a moment I thought I'd gone mad. How can you expect me to talk to some heads in brine? They must have uttered their last words a long time ago now.
Too bad that doesn't apply to you, too.
All this pointing and clicking stresses me out. I should absolutely take a vacation sooner or later. I have the vague impression that someone here lost their inspiration. I didn't know how to name him. Am I right?
You didn't know how to name what?
You. It's your name.
No, I have no name.
Maybe it's precisely because your parents didn't know how to name you.
Perhaps.
So I'm right. That's your name.
I already told you it's not my name.
You should get yourself in shape again.
Why do you say that?
Maybe because you can't even get out of your burial plot?
I just put myself on a diet. I haven't touched a pizza in weeks.
Only because he devoured the errand boy too, last time.
What happened to your arm?
I was too hungry, and I bit it.
It must have really hurt.
But it was good.
I'm assuming you're a cannibal, then.
I make no distinction when there's food involved.
You don't mean to try to eat me too, right?
If they were all like you, I'd have starved to death by now.
Actually, you're right. I'm going out for a walk. Maybe you can join me later, okay? Good evening.
Hi, pretty bones.
What happened to your head?
My dear, I'm a zombie. I'm decomposing.
Yes, I read the hotspot label, but it was hard to believe.
Oh, sweetie pie, you're making me blush. But then again, it's normal to cause confusion when you're lucky enough to putrefy in such a sublime way.
I could even be envious. So, you like brains, right?
Of course, pretty bones. I love brains. But only the male ones, if you know what I mean.
Only too well. Nice dress.
I wore it on the day of my wedding.
I guess it's a memory you really care about.
Obviously, considering it's the same day I committed suicide.
Forgive me, I didn't know.
Cyanide, for the record. She was incredibly beautiful, but she wasn't exactly my type.
I suppose it wasn't about the color of her hair.
And I couldn't stand that she had smoother skin than mine. I just couldn't wrap my brain around it.
What are you doing locked in here?
This was the crypt of my family once, so I was buried here.
A long time ago, it seems. Exactly how old are you?
Don't be rude, darling. It's not polite to ask a zombie his age.
I humbly apologize. You smell really good.
Oh, honey, slow down with the advance. Don't be so shameless. I use a mix of bubble bath and body butter. They're really great. Anyway, I must say that for a little bone like you smell good too.
I really have to go now.
Come back and visit me sometime, little star.
Chapter 1. Witchcraft. How to curse your mother-in-law and live happily. Capture a wild animal to associate with the victim. 80% of readers pick a toad or a snake. Wait for midnight and the moonlight to baptize the animal with her name. Free your the animal, in open country. Your beloved acquired mummy will thus lose the power of speech. Remove the earplugs and enjoy the new silence. Achtung! Unfortunately, the above-mentioned witchcraft is not effective on wives and husbands. Chapter 2. Seances. How to satisfy your edible complex even if your mother left you. Sit around a table with other people who want to communicate with your dead mother. Therefore, avoid inviting your wife. Light up a wax candle in the center of the table. Create a circle, holding hands or touching with the pinkies. At this point, close your eyes and evoke the dead towards you. Some dead people don't like to talk, so prepare an alternative medium like a pen or a typewriter. Achtung. Always remember to avoid antagonizing the dead if you want to communicate with her once again, but mostly avoid antagonizing your wife. Chapter 3. Voodoo Practices. How to get revenge on the school bullies while keeping your distance. Recover some hair or nail samples from the concerned bully and attach it to a doll. Then place a voodoo doll in the center of a pentacle. Close your eyes and channel your hate on the bully. Imagining him with his head in the toilet increases the chance of success. If the ritual is successful, the doll will assume the features of the designated victim. Grab a needle or some pins to stick into the voodoo doll. Enjoy your revenge. Achtung. Don't damage the doll by removing its limbs or head. Keep out of reach of children. Chapter 4. Love Potions. How to get out of the friend zone and overcome restraining orders. Acquire a photo of your future love. You shouldn't have problems after so many years of stalking. Dip some rose petals and cloves in a water and red wine solution. Bring the mixture to a boil. After cooling, drink the love potion you just completed. Wait comfortably at home for his or her arrival. Achtung. Always remember to take proper precautions. Okay, one of the fallen angels, but this one seems to have made a loud thump. I can gladly do without the holiness. It's not for me. A statue in the city graveyard is the right tribute to one of the heroes of my video gaming childhood. I would have never imagined we'd have so much in common one day, although I was lucky enough not to lose my jaw. It's really curious how many genius hunches are just the result of more or less serious head injuries. They come up with all kinds of excuses to mask their hoarseness. At the very least, it can't be said he lacks self-deprecation. Hey guys, can I have some of your firecrackers?
Ask your mother to buy you some. And get out of our way. Can't you see we're busy?
But that's Grandma. Ronald's grandma, I mean. Hi, Grandma. I'm Ronald. Grandma, I can't really understand what you're saying.
Damn my age. Ronald, Grandma's sweetheart, you came to see me? You're so emaciated. Are you eating enough?
I do eat, but the weight ends up only on my butt.
You have the same body structure as your father. That do nothing.
Grandma, didn't you have yourself cremated?
Do you really think I'd let them lock me up in a vase? I corrupted the gravedigger by telling him to fill the urn with chewing gum.
I noticed that.
Your favorites. Anything for my little Ronnie.
It'd really be too much for her. What is Grandpa doing over there?
He's been trying to get out of his coffin for days now. Except every time he forgets to watch his head.
Well, at least he leaves you alone.
It's about time. It wasn't enough for him to torture me when I was alive. I didn't even have time to die before he felt compelled to do the same.
I'll come back and visit you very soon, Grandma. Here lies Wilson Percival Higgsbury, exceptional scientist who fatally wounded himself with a razor blade. Here rests Woody the Lumberjack, asphyxiated after inhaling some silver powder. Here Wilbur the Monkey King is buried, dead on the spot having slipped on a banana peel. Here Willow the arsonist found her eternal peace, dead for the joy of a great fireworks show. I had no idea they had followers in the arachnid world as well.
Wait a minute, Ronald. It's dangerous out there. It's full of atheists. Take this.
On the house.
You can never say no to a drink.
Yes, good boy. Drink. Don't look at me that way. I had no other choice. Look at him. He's sleeping like an angel. A few hours of sleep won't be bad for him. He was too stressed. Okay, negative thoughts. Nothing easier, all because of how easily I can project my complete hate of other people. Well, one of the few advantages of my skeletal form is that I'm unaffected by electric shocks. This is shaping up to be very fruitful fishing, finally.
I can't believe you did it.
I am a real pro. What can you do?
Why don't you take a look at your pockets?
How on earth did you do it?
When you spend your life escaping from the IRS, you can't survive without certain tricks.
And how did you end up running a carousel?
Social services. Anyway, with that coupon, you can collect a prize of your choice at the Gypsy kiosk just outside the city. Oh, I almost forgot. Be careful going around with that other little bag I gave you.
Oh God, what other little bag?
I was just joking.
You're not funny at all. What is it, postmodern art?
Nah, you're right. I really can't come up with nothing interesting.
Like what?
Well, bro, I don't know. Something that conveys strong emotion, gets people's attention, something that grabs you, but original once in a while. Tired of riding A-cab on the monuments, yo. You hear me, bro?
I'll think about it. Maybe I'll have a good idea.
Sweet.
Sorry to bother you, but you seem familiar.
You probably saw me in a game show in the past. You know, I was a pro gamer once.
Judging by how you're doing now, it seems something went wrong.
Carpal tunnel. I slowly lost mobility and reactivity. It cut me out of the pro circuit.
I imagine more like an arrow in the wrist or something like that.
Arrow in the wrist?
Never played Skyrim?
Sorry, just beat 'em ups.
Then you suffer the proper punishment. I doubt the Ego people will ever stop to thank the Duffer Brothers. I wonder how much they've earned thanks to Stranger Things. If I were you, I'd let it go. That little girl becomes a really dangerous cookie when she gets mad. Negative. I'd become a victim of their fury, inevitably. And I still care to keep both my hands. What do you think I am? Exactly like these things are really supposed to happen. I did my part hours ago. No more leap of faith for today. In this video game, some phrases are a bit too literal. Hello?
What's with a concerned face? You never saw a puppet before?
Sure, but not one handled with invisible strings by a headless puppeteer. And able to speak, by the way.
Do you have a problem with me not being controlled by strings?
Well, no.
And maybe it's illegal for a puppet to have a nice voice like mine?
That's not what I meant. You women are really impossible. I won a coupon at the carousel.
Choose your favorite prize.
Anything?
Anything.
I'd like a cartridge of the E.T. video game for the Atari.
I gave out the last one just yesterday.
No harm done. It's the worst game in history.
But you're in luck. I can give you this.
Let's have a look. How is it possible that all this stuff could fit inside such a small package? Let's just hope this is the right time.
Days.
I like to be hugged. I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend till the end. Wanna play?
Sorry, Charles, but you can't just add me to your collection. The perks of being already dead. He's even scarier life-sized. I'm only required to wear the Mickey Mouse ears, as per my contractual obligation. Am I right, developers? Gross! Gross! What are you doing hiding down there?
How do I put this? I may have gotten myself in serious trouble.
Who exactly is looking for you? This room is a continuous coming and going of couples.
Actually, everyone. Let's just say that I've screwed up a bit too much recently.
You have all my respect. I was joking. My time has not yet come. Cool your jets.
What do you want?
The bedroom on the upper floor is empty now, as promised.
Really? I'm calling my gang now. Be still her. Take the guys and go to the dump. Don't waste my time. I don't care what you do now. It's all fixed. Go now. Hanky Panky room is ready.
Wow, they couldn't control themselves any longer. This is a cool track. I've never heard it. Too bad I don't know the title. It's all ready. We can get started.
Where do you want us to take it?
Friday Avenue, number 13.
Do you have any idea how far that is from here? We're heading to the party. The best we can do is take it over there.
I'll settle for that.
Do you hear that? Let's move.